Ugh. 1:12 in the morning. I forgot there was a barbecue today, so I got there like a half hour late. I didn't get to eat food, so I had to wait until everybody else did all the talking, and then I went and grabbed a hot dog, and it turns out they were like jalapeno hot dogs or something. It was ridiculous. I'm so disappointed. I'm also really soaking wet. Washington State, west of the mountains, is a very bipolar area, and I hope you can see that from the diversity of the past 2 or 3 weeks. It's just been ridiculous, and I wouldn't have it any other way. Bullcrap, I would. Rain is nice, but not all the time. Crap. Oh yeah, Construction Stories Part 96. Jalapeno hot dogs. I already said the title, the story that is attached to the title. Well, some of the things we did today were a blur to me. Reason being, the barbecue started our work day 1 hour early. So we started at 3 o'clock instead of starting at 4 o'clock, as is per norm. So that meant that our break, lunch, break, and end of shift were bumped backwards an hour. So normally I'm used to starting at 4 and then working 3 hours, break at 7, 2 hours, lunch at 9, 3 hours, lunch, break at 12, and then 2 hours, and then get off shift at 2, right? So, but this time it was weird. It felt like I just left the barbecue, came over, got ready, did a little bit of work, then just went straight back in, and it didn't even feel like that long. And then, by the time it was lunchtime, it felt like I was hitting first break. So by the time I was hitting second break, it felt like I was hitting lunchtime. And so right now, I'm kind of in a weird twilight zone. And it was just funky. I got called a skinny little rat today because so my uncle is the guy that got me on the job, really. He's high up in the company hierarchy, and he just said, "Hey guys, I have a guy that wants to get in the job." And they were like, "Yeah, sure." And they put me in. So it wasn't something super crazy. It was just yeah. But I saw him today at the barbecue, and he was like, as I was piling up my plate with these jalapeno hot dogs that were so diabolically tasty but also hot, he was like, "Yeah, you need to put some meat on those bones, you skinny little rat." And I was like, "Oh." Because I actually consider myself to be overweight. I don't... Man, this is weird, because I want to branch off on a different pathway that has nothing to do with construction. But, yeah. I consider myself to be overweight, reason being I don't have... No. I'll save that for later, some other time. If you want to hear it, comment, and I'll just make one for that. But, right now, construction stories. And, so, anyways, aside from all that, the other thing we did today was we drilled holes in the pontoons, right? So we have basically the entire pontoon is poured on most of the pontoons, right? So it's just this huge concrete box, and we're just walking around on top of this box. It's 30 feet from the ground, and the ground is made out of cement, so it's kind of, you don't want to fall. So there's these rails, but they aren't the permanent rails. They're the not permanent rails, and we have to drill holes for the permanent rails. And to do that, we have to go outside of the permanent rails. So I put on my harness, got all buckled up, boom, 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 and I felt like a man, because I was carrying a huge gun thing, and it had the cord, and I had chains on me, and I was just walking around like a boss. And I get up there, I clip in my harness, because there's this lifeline that goes to all 4 corners of the pontoon, and I climb outside of the fence, and there's just 3-4 foot wide space between the fence and the edge of the pontoon, and you're standing there, and you're safe because you're on like a ground-like surface, but you know that to your left is a 30-foot drop that if you fall, you're gonna die. So it was just really like, huh. So, I don't know. It was really cool. It was, well, it wasn't awkward. It was just kind of like, ooh, having my foot like 3 inches away from the edge, and I'm just drilling. And I had my lifeline hooked up, so I mean, I still don't really know how that works, but yeah. I mean, I do know, but I've never seen it in action, so I don't particularly trust it. Anyways, I'm going to go take a shower. I'm going to set up my bags, and then I'm going to watch a couple episodes of anime, and then I'm going to go to sleep. So, I hope you have a wonderful night. I hope you don't fall off anything high. I pray to the Lord on high that you don't eat those stupid jalapeno hot dogs that were at the barbecue today. They were stupid. And I hope you have a wonderful evening. Anyways, have a wonderful night. Good night.